Hey, what's happening? What's going on, guys? How are you? Full power, yo! Can you guys hear me okay? Music good level and everything? There's that pretty face. Yes, sir. All napped up and everything. All right. You guys ready for this stuff? Music is quiet. I can slide it just up a little bit. I want there. That's probably pretty good right there. And all right, let's see. Let's go through all the chats here. Vegeta says hello. I think I'm first. Vegeta, you were early, but thank you for stopping in anyway. That one weird kid. I'm second. Got to go anyway. No problem. Thank you so much for dropping in. Sorry you couldn't make the live. Recreations here. He says he's first. Well, technically, yeah, because I think the other two guys left. So, Cat Colt said second, officially. Powers here. Adam's here. Animated Recreations here. Cat is here. What's going on, Cat Colt? Thank you for being here, buddy. Mars is in the house. What's going on, Mars? If you guys haven't checked out, he has his review of Mecha Frieza out. I actually just watched it today. Okay, I can hear it better. Hey, Mars. Okay, so the music's good, volume's good, you guys can hear me. So what's going on, guys? How are you? How was your week? How was your last 2 weeks? We got some beverages today. So we've got a little bit of awkward situation here. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a camera here because, like you probably seen the thumbnail, I asked you guys out on the community tab, which you guys blew it up with 48 polls that you wanted to see. You wanted to unbox some figures tonight. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to throw a bunch of polls up. You guys are going to control how this goes. What figures we're going to unbox, what figures we got. And pretty much anything I got is on the table, even if it's old or new. We can take a look at it. So it's going to be all about you guys and how we're going to run this tonight. Pretty good. Full Power says he's pretty good. How about you? I'm good, buddy. I am good. This is a long week. It was a long week, but it's over now. We're here. I did do a video this week, guys, so you will have a video tomorrow. 10 a.m. like usually, like a Saturday or Sunday. Just want to let you guys know I am actually starting to make it beneficial to become a member. You don't have to be a member. Don't worry about that. But if you are, one of the benefits is you get 24 hours access to my videos before they drop. There's nothing, you guys aren't losing anything. They're still going to come out on either Saturday or Sunday whenever I can get it edited. You're just getting an extra day ahead. So I'm not taking anything away. I'm just adding. Plus you get those, you get the badges. You also get the emotes. So just want to let you know there is a video coming to you. It is Super Android 17, my breakdown of that. Really excited about the figure. And I figure we kind of start with that because I want to talk about the news if you happen to miss it. I know we announced it over on the Discord. So if you're part of the Discord, you probably already know. But I wanted to kind of go over that. But I'm good. I'm glad it's Friday. A little bit of a short weekend this week, but that's okay. We're going to enjoy the time that we have. So been buying WWE for figures like crazy. Really? Who's your favorite wrestler? Mine is Shawn Michaels. I did watch quite a few I almost said episodes, shows of SmackDown and Raw leading up to WWE WrestleMania 40. Watched night 1 with a buddy, watched night 2 with my wife. It was pretty good. I did like it. I was not a big fan of them having Damian Priest cash in on Drew McIntyre. I thought it would have been more of stakes if Drew would have retained and went against Punk, but it made sense because they weren't going to interrupt Cody's story. So I got to WrestleMania 40. I don't know if I'm going to keep watching. There's just not the caliber, in my opinion, of the wrestlers that I used to watch. That's probably because I don't know them. but I have so many other interests. I don't know if I'll keep watching. Bar says, I remember that phase of WF Figures, bro. I used to create my own timeline. Hell yeah, dude. Fun fact, I actually used to trampoline wrestle whenever I was in high school with a bunch of buddies. Oh, guys, I did not realize, but this is not on. Hold on. Chat's not on the screen. I got to turn this bot on real quick. Give me a second. Sorry about that. So none of the notifications and all that will not later. Okay. So they should start showing up now. Okay. But yeah, I used to trampoline wrestle when I was in high school. That led into me actually going to wrestling camp for a little bit. I went to Harley Races and Harley Races school for 6 months. And then decided I wanted to walk when I was older. So that's why I no longer did it. Vincent's here. Hello. What's going on? Yo, what's up? What's good? Oh, because Obi-Wan's here. He's in the house. What's going on, bro? I think I talked to you about it, but I think Mars and I's trip to New York, it might be back on the table for October. I'll let you know, brother. I'll be hyped. I'm hoping me and Mars can make it work with everything going on. Animator Christian said, I'd say Bret Hart is my favorite. Yeah, Bret Hart's pretty good. He's pretty good. Sean is very talented too, though. Sean was really good. He was just a pain in the ass. If he wasn't so good, he probably wouldn't have made it. Vincent says there is a Studio Series figure for Optimus Prime from Transformers 1, and he is smaller class than usual. Yeah, I saw the trailer for Transformers 1. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was an interesting take with the direction of that. I definitely think it bothers me a little bit that it's not Peter or whatever his name is. I can't remember the voice actor's name right now. And then bringing in Chris Hemsworth. I think it'll be fine. My son, he enjoyed Primal. I think it was Primal? Rise of the Beasts or whatever it was called. He enjoyed that one quite a bit. So it might be something I could take him to that he would really enjoy it. So Francisco says, hey Snook and chat, looking forward to the figures will be opening. Well, you guys are going to decide what we're opening. So just bear with me. I want to get through all chat, get everybody to say hello to them. And then we're just going to I'm going to figure out, I'm not sure how to, but I'm going to open, or we're going to start polls. So we'll do those in chat. So if you want to control what we open, you're going to have two choices. So, wow, you went to Harley Races school. Haha. I wanted to walk. Yeah. You did. It was like, one thing I will learn, what I learned from that is it hurts. There's steel cables for the cables. It's 2x pretty much on the ground. So it's definitely no joke. Craft Collect says, I'm in. What's going on, Craft? Thank you for being here, buddy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Vincent says is going to have to be a balance of serious and jokes. Yeah, for sure. Craft Collect says dual streaming. Are you streaming as well? I'm confused. Or are you talking about because of the two cameras? Optimus Primal and Chris Hemsworth said at Semicon that he talked with Peter Cullen on how to do it voice of Yoda. Oh, that's cool. At least he got the blessing, but at the same time, if Peter Cullen was like, no, I don't want you to do it, I don't think that would ever have stopped him regardless. But it is really, really nice that he actually did that. You watching X-Men 97? Absolutely, I'm watching that X-Men 97. What's going on, Burgos 809? Thank you for coming into the stream. Absolutely, man. I'm loving it. It's the first thing I do when I come home from work. I get everything. I get the kids set. The kids go outside, and do their thing and go play with the neighbors. And then I'm watching the X-Men 97. Rodney Mosley, yo, he's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Loving the badge. Rodney here. Thank you, buddy. I don't think you were here last week, or if you were, I just want to say I appreciate you being a member here on the channel. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And Rodney, that video, my Super 17 video is out for you. Members only right now until tomorrow at 10 a.m. 24 hours, man. It's one of the benefits. Take advantage. LOL, I'm in the stream and my homies as well. Awesome. Who's your homie? What is he streaming? Hey kids, go play outside. Dad is gonna watch his cartoons. Yeah. Oh, you watched it? Sweet. What'd you think? Hopefully it's up to snuff. Taking advantage. That's awesome. And I love those badges, and you drop those emotes in there. So cool, man. Thank you. I want to do bloopers and stuff for member videos as well, because all the videos you guys watch, I talk a lot when it happens, and I really I screw up a lot and I say some stupid shit, like calling people the wrong name for like 5 minutes. So I'd like to get those out, and so you guys can witness those. It's hilarious. I never thought SH Figuarts would make Super 17. Actually, I mean, it feels like, if I say this, it feels like I'm bullshitting, but I always thought that that would be the first one they would make, because he is so popular in a general sense with being Android 17 and with the other one. I think people did like Baby, but I think they liked the Vegeta version of Baby more, and I think that kind of tanked his popularity. So I always thought Super 17 was the most popular of the 3 main villains. So I was really, I was surprised we got it so soon, especially since just like a couple weeks ago we got the Trunks version from GT. So I thought it was gonna be maybe 6 months down the line before it got the next release. But dude, I loved it. I'm contemplating buying that figure. I just wish it wasn't $100. My damn is going to go shoot Deku is in store in my local. Dude, My Hero's coming back, man. My Hero Academia is coming back May 12th for the 7th season. I'm down. Mark it. I had to pitch myself to make sure it was real. Yeah, dude. Drip Lord of GT, dude. All that gold, man. He looks fancy. Which we'll take a look at it here on Instagram here. We can talk about it a little bit. There's a couple I want to talk about. So we can switch over to that real quick. Take a look at 17 real quick. That's $100. Yeah, dude. Well, okay. He's 85 plus the $10, which makes him 95 plus whatever state tax you have. So he's going to come roughly out to $100. So just FYI. I wanted Omega Shenron as the SH Fire. Honestly, I think that Omega Shenron will be the last one you get. I expect Baby and like Gogeta at some point. You're gonna get all like the Baby version of Vegeta. You're gonna get all that. I think Omega Shenron will be way later. Maybe one of the last ones you get. Man, for every bucket figure they release an overpriced one. Yeah. Well, yeah, I definitely understand for sure. So that's where I'm kind of like, no, I don't want to go down the GT line. Like, I don't really care to ever own a Baby. I didn't like Baby that much. I really didn't care for Omega Shenron that much personally. So this would be the one I would buy. So I'm on the fence. It is on May 4th when MHA receives the country. Oh, it's May 4th. Okay. So 12th is Demon Slayer then? Once the 4th once the 4th, 5th, and once the 12th. So I can't remember which one. Okay, I thought you were saying $100 plus fees. No, just $100 flat probably. 103 is probably what it's gonna cost me if I buy it. Homie's channel is nerd affiliated, currently streaming Ghostbusters Spirits on his playthrough. Oh, okay, sweet. So gameplay stuff. Awesome. I really want to play that one. Burgos, I picked and choose what figures I get for Super and GT. Skipping 17, surprised they haven't done Baby Vegeta forms, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, or Omega Shenron. Those would probably be fun. Yeah, Gogeta I expect pretty soon, to be honest. I might get the Baby Vegeta from Dragon Stars. Hey man, that's a good $25 budget figure to bridge the gap, or actually a replacement, because I've heard Dragon Stars do an excellent job. So I also don't mind them postponing the P-Band release so we can all take a breather. Yeah. Well, they took the breather not so much because of Android 17, Super 17. They took it because they had technical back-end issues with the website that they wanted to shore up before they did anything. So Mars hey, are you picking up two so you can gift me one, Mars? That'd be really great. The baby from got it. Sweet. I do prefer lots of GT designs over the Super designs, even though I don't love either series as a sequel for DBS. But in the characters are so much more comparable to the Z counterpart. I like GT better than Super. Not saying I really like both. Z is where it's at for me. I need to watch Dragon Ball to have a judge on that spectrum, but I've seen all of Super for what is in the anime. I've seen all of GT and I've seen all of Z. Definitely Z is the strongest, and the other two are kind of to me, but the designs for GT go really, really hard. And I really like them. So this one I'm really contemplating. I might push it to its limits, to the wait until the very last moment until they say you can no longer pre-order it. Then I might snag this one. I don't know. We'll see. You seem to be a guy who, if he collects, he's gonna be all in on the line and doesn't necessarily pick up figures here and there. He likes to regardless of like Adam. Absolutely. You read me like a book. I'm a completionist when it comes to collecting. I like to have all of everything, and that's where I like pick and choose of what I really like to collect. I don't like to get one or two things here because like I don't want to get the main guy, or the main character, and the main bad guy of a series. Then I have like 100 different series. So that's why I've dove pretty much into Z, but that also is not like a fear, like a FOMO thing. It's not a fear of missing out. It's more of because I genuinely love Z, and that was my childhood. That's why I like when Kui came out and King Cole came out, it was like pre-order at the moment I woke up. I didn't stay up till 3 a.m. I didn't need to do that. They last longer than that. But the second I wake up and I get settled at work, and I wake up after my coffee, I usually go on and buy it. It's not like, oh, I better buy it right now or I'm gonna miss it. It's just like, I know I'm gonna get it. I might as well go ahead and pay for it. So absolutely, that's exactly what I am. So what I have to do mentally for myself is if I don't get anything GT, then I just don't get anything, and it helps me from picking and choosing. So these are out of this world. Kat said, I bought the little GT Goku today, may pick up the trunks and 17 up on the fence since they are premium Bandai. Well, Kat, I mean, yeah, you're definitely gonna be on the fence for it because they are premium Bandai and there's not a chance to get them later. So not to brush you or anything, but definitely look out for and make that decision sooner than later, because you're later down the road, you're going to pay more. So if you are on the fence and you have the money, I would always recommend picking up the figure because you're going to get it for that baseline price. And then later you can sell it. Like I've got the orange Piccolo. I picked it up. I was kind of on the fence. And now I kind of want to sell it, and I can either sell it for a little bit more than what I bought it for, or use it as trade bait to get something that's maybe a little older that I don't have. So that's why I always recommend, if you're on the fence, go ahead and get it because they're always going to go up. Vincent says GT is my favorite character because it was the first Dragon Ball I've ever seen. Oh, that's awesome. Cressa, I wish I had your restraint, Snook. I'm a sucker for my whole childhood. Man, it's bad, bro. It's definitely bad. It's bad. Oh, we got the Brandons in the house. What's up, Brandon? What's going on, Brandon Rodriguez? What's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a big time, man. Hey, we're here. We're getting back into the rhythm after Christmas. You know, after we did Figmas. I kind of had a fall off for a little bit, trying to get things all settled down. But we're back. I'm trying to get back to that one video a week. And then also, I don't think I'm going to stream every week. But definitely going to get back into these 2 weeks, man. Like, I think every 2 weeks is pretty cool. I get to drop in, talk to you guys, and all that. But let's go ahead and drop into this photo here. Let's go through Super 17. You guys are gonna see my full reactions. Like I mentioned, video drops tomorrow at 10 a.m. So definitely check that out. So dude, just the gold accents, and I love the contrast between the orange and the green and the blue. It just really makes it look really nice, and the detail that they have going on, like the ripped pants and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna rehash a lot of what I talked about in the video, so definitely make sure you go watch that. I go a little bit more details, talk about concerns and more stuff, but I just really like this gold. This gold really, really pops. You disappeared after November. Was it after November? I'm sorry, Brandon. I missed you, bro. Well, I'm here, buddy. I'm back. I like the product placement. Hey, man. With the drink. Oh, drinking some Prime? Man, Logan Paul, if he has enough money to sponsor me. I love this stuff. Logan, pay me. I'll drink your stuff. Your only collecting channel that's sponsored by Prime. You don't even have to pay me that much. Just give me free Prime. It's too late, Brandon. You gotta stick with the first one. Got him. All right, let's go to the next photo here. We're just gonna flip through these pretty fast. This looks really cool. I like the fact that you can take off his arm so you can recreate scenes from the anime. I like the fact that I'm wondering if this piece is a completely separate piece or it's actually going to be able to disconnect from the arm. I would imagine that this is its own separate piece and this is its own separate piece. That's what I would expect. But the faces look great. The hands look great. He's got the energy absorption jewel right in the middle. Looks really good. And then, of course, I do not remember the name of this thing. I knew it for the video. I'm gonna be honest with you. I studied it because I could not remember. I think it says in here. Does it say it in here? It's like Death Ball Beam Hell Sphere or something. So, yeah, looks really great. Stopping in to say hi. Hi, Phoebe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping in and say hello. And guys, don't forget, if you would do me a favor, click a like on the video. It definitely helps out for sure. I'm curious the skill. I'm looking for a Paul. Could be effective. He's like it. Yeah, he does look more like taller and lankier. But honestly, like I wouldn't expect him. I mean, he's 85. Because I don't expect him to be really tall. And the reason I say that is because he's $85, but he comes with the standee and the head for Goku, which we'll see here in a second. I don't expect he's going to be as tall as you think. I think he's going to be closer to 6 inches than he is 7 inches. He should be taller, but I think they're going to scale him down a little bit to control that price. This face, dude, is awesome. Tamashi is killing it when it comes to anime accuracy. I really like the detail that they got, the printing of the eyes and the eyebrows, the expression on the face. It just looks so damn good that they're getting better and better when it comes to printing these faces, and I'm all about it. If the removable arm is another accessory, it's starting to makes more sense. Yeah, for sure. Watch him be the height of first form Cell. He could be. He shouldn't be though, because I don't think he's taller than he is in Z. I don't think he gets taller. I know his look changes a lot, but I could be wrong. And then of course him standing there, open palm hands. You could see all the construction. I'm not sure on this hip construction if I like it. This reminds me a lot of like the One Piece figures, where it's like the crotch piece and then the plug between. And those didn't work out very well. So I'm hoping that is going to be okay. But I do know with everything going on with their QC issues, apparently there was a big moving factories and moving production of lines to new places. And I feel like they've started to shore up a lot of those QC issues. So I don't think you're going to have QC issues. And I don't think there's going to be the leg falling off. But I don't know if I like the construction of the hips. And that's just a pure design thing rather than a quality thing, in my opinion. Vincent says, in the newest live stream from Hasbro, they teased the Deadpool and Wolverine wave. Oh, sick. Is that going to be SH Figuarts? Because I don't buy comic book stuff, SH Figuarts. We'll go over a figure that I pick up. If I'm going to go comic book, I don't go SH Figuarts. I just think that other lines do it better. Burrow says, how great does that need to be 3.0 Goku look? Wish he had a smiling face though. Okay, how great does that need to be 3.0 Gohan look? Wish he had a smiling face though. I'd have to look at it again. Adam says they're gonna stop making these crotch pieces look like panties. Well, I mean, I understand because they had the functionality there. I just don't like the design. I like the other one where it had like the secondary piece right here. I think it looked better, especially when it comes to pants. But what do I know? Marvel Legends. Okay. I don't collect a lot of Marvel Legends. I do have a few. I have like the retro stuff. Like I just got this guy here. Let me go full screen here. I got like the new Tombstone retro, and I keep those in the blister packs. I don't open them, but that's really the only thing I do Marvel Legends wise. I had one of the X-Men '97 Wolverine, and we gave that away on Figmas, and I just didn't think it was another line I needed to go down. And then of course the big coup de grace of this figure is going to come. A lot of people were confused about this with the standee and the hairpiece. This is a brand new headpiece. Like this headpiece is coming in the box and this standee. So you're getting two different things for your Goku. The reason it's coming with the standee, if you haven't seen GT, not to do any spoilers or anything, but he does jump up, fly, and go right through the midsection of Super Android 17, and that's why this comes into the piece. To me, the headpiece is the whole purpose why it's closer to $85. If it didn't come with this headpiece, I expect it to probably be closer to $65. And I think this standee is, in my opinion, I don't want to be negative about it, but I think it's a throwaway. I just don't care about this one. It just looks eh. I have the Marvel Legends Joe Jonah Jameson from No Way Home, mainly because J.K. Simmons as Joe is one of the greatest casting decisions in superhero movie history. And dude, it's great. It's like something Figma will give you. Yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. It's definitely more of a Figma thing, where they just give you these like plastic, like it stands behind them and it's supposed to be their shine or whatever. I just don't care for it. I think it's been, I mean, but it's not even a complaint because I think that cost them like maybe 10 cents to put into the thing. But that's the only thing I want to talk about when it comes to Instagram posts. So I'll go ahead and close that down. The other things I want to point on before we start opening figures, because that's going to be the main bulk of this stream, is I want to point out a couple things. If you guys are interested, I did the video on the blue Vegeta. I know a lot of people are excited for that, a baseline Vegeta. You can find him anywhere, but if you did not know, Kappa Hobby has him right now for $33.88. You can go ahead and pick that up. Launches in November. They do free shipping, which is really good. So he's available over there. I think he's on Big Bad. Or you could just wait for him to release and you get him from Amazon and also, oh my gosh, Walmart on their shelves. That might take a while, but that's going to happen. So then we've got the re-release of Trunks. That one is launched. So this is the new one, the rerun. So if you want to pick that one up, it's where his arms don't fall off, his legs. I definitely know a couple buddies of mine on Instagram have messaged me that they've picked them up, and it is definitely a noticeable improvement. So if you have one of the crappy Trunks and you want to pick it up, he's available over here. And then, of course, we've got Mecha Frieza. Mecha Frieza is out. That's one of the figures I have here today that you guys can vote on about us opening these figures. But if you missed him on Premium Bandai, he's a little bit more expensive, but he's $118.88, which is a little bit better of a price than Big Bad. I think Big Bad has him around $140. So if you want to pick that up, here's your chance. Because once these third-party sellers sell out, man, you're not going to be able to get it. Just want to point that out. All right, and then the last one, personally, this is for me. I don't know if you guys even care. I'm a big Ichigo Kurosaki fan. They announced the dual Zangetsu bladed figure. I'm down for this. It comes with effects pieces. It looks freaking beautiful. It's pricey. It's $82.88 or $95 over on Big Bad Toy Store. This one I will definitely get. I just hope in December I'll be able to pick it up, because money is usually tight in December because of taxes and all that kind of stuff. And then the one thing I want to point out is this picture right here. I want Tamashii to keep doing these. These are awesome. I love the fact that it's like more of a tray shot, more of Figma. Figma does this a lot. And then that way you can truly see what is an extra part, how many exact hands he has, how many effects pieces he has. Because if they didn't show this from the promotional photos, this piece and this piece could have looked like one of like this vertical piece they just disconnect, but truly it shows that they're two different pieces, and I'm completely down for that. So they need to keep doing this for every figure going forward, because I think this is a really big tell. When are we making Figuart of Snook? Nobody's gonna buy that. I'd buy it. That'd be kind of weird, but I don't think anybody would buy that figure. Definitely going to get Ichigo, but I'm sure I can wait to pick him up. Yeah, he's general release, so you'll be able to get him wherever you want to get him. So you don't have to worry about that. I was just gonna say that spread accessory is like Figma, like, yeah, dude, and I love it. I think they need to keep doing it. So, all right. I like when companies does the spread Yamagachi and also does it. Adam Carr says I'd buy a Snook figure because some figures needs to get beaten up by figures. I'd be the street thug number 3 kind of thing. All right, let me figure out how to do a thing here. I don't know how to do a poll on here. How do I do a poll? Let's see. How do I do a poll? Sorry, I should have probably figured this out beforehand. Every time I did polls before, I had Sammy as in here doing my modding stuff. YouTube 5. Hi, Sick. Are you gonna pre-order Super 17? Hey, Steve. Thank you for being here. I think so. I'm still on the fence. I think for that one, I'm going to wait a little bit. We are going to, we're definitely going to wait a little bit longer. I think I want to wait to the further half because a lot of things are happening right now for me for collecting wise. You know, I just paid for a King Cole, which was like $170 after everything was said and done with shipping. And also Holothon's going on right now, which I don't know if you guys know. I don't talk about a lot. I don't know if you guys are interested, but I do collect the 1980s cartoon NECA TMNT figures. So like this one just dropped last week from Holothon, so I picked that guy up. He was kind of expensive, so I've got all that going on right now. Oh, what did I hit? Oh, I just hit a cable up there. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now. So there's a plus mark. No, that's insert ad. That's delay ad. Create highlight video. Add stream marker. Share. Oh, I'm dumb. Start all. Okay. So I'm gonna make a poll. And we're gonna vote on which one we're gonna open first. What else do I have over here? Okay. All right, so poll's going out. We have several. So please, I have a couple that I want to go through because I've never actually opened them. So I want to go through them. So we're gonna vote. It's gonna be between Mecha Fraser right now, and we're gonna go through Android 20, Dr. Giro. So if there's any suggestions of Dragon Ball Z figures that you want to see or want to go through, definitely let me know what you want to see, and then we can add them to the polls. But we'll let that go for about a couple minutes, and then we'll start getting opening. I am skipping this Ichigo even though it looks good. I just prefer his original Bankai form from the later versions. Yeah, from earlier versions. Yeah, for sure. I want Mask Ichigo, the whole Ichigo, not full hollow when you fight Ikora, but I want a Hueco Mundo version of Ichigo where he has the mask. It could even be like during the later half of the Aizen arc where he's got the 2 bars. But that's the version I want. Greetings, Earthlings. What's going on? Epic Disaster, how are you? Thank you for being here, buddy. I just got Yamcha in first form cell today. Awesome. Where'd you pick those up at? And which Yamcha? Short hair Yamcha? Long haired Yamcha? Saiyan Saga or Android Saga? Or Android Saga. Put that one in the books. All right. So far, we've got 8 votes and 88% of people said Mecha Frieza so far. Got a little bit of love for Android 20. I want the Yugora, Aizen, and Grimgel next. We need some villains. I don't think any of those will come out, to be honest. I think if they're anything, they're going to give you I can never remember his name because it's a weird spelling. But I'm assuming we'll get the main bad guy next because of the form that Ichigo's in. We'll get the main bad guy of the Thousand Blood War arc. I think they're still in that arc trying out the waters before they jump backwards. I would expect the first villain would be the main bad guy. And then after that, they may go backwards an arc or two to give us the like the early versions of Ichigo, because just like Goku and all them, Ichigo is going to be the one that sells. Yes, Android Saga Yamcha, and I got them from a local store. Dope. Good. Hopefully you got them for a good price. That's awesome, dude. Were those ones you just happened to find? Or on the hunt list? We can only hope they go backwards. Yeah, they gotta get support, man. If they're not getting support from if they're not getting support for the current arc that's airing right now, they're not gonna keep going. We have to speak with our wallets. If it's a bad figure or bad line, we're not gonna buy it. So they'll cancel it, or we keep buying it so they'll keep going. That's how GT I think is going right now. I think GT is getting some sneaky support, and that's why we got 17. Also, weekly reminder, you need to watch Shogun. I know, I just talked to my buddy Josh about it today. He recommended for me to watch the Fallout show as well. And I was like, yeah, I'll put that one on the list after Shogun. Steve says, Snook, I have a question. If you could make one character from Dragon Ball, I have a question. If you could make one character from Dragon Ball into, my bad, I messed it up. No, it's okay, Steve. Go ahead and type out what you want to ask. All right, we got 10 votes, guys. We got 8 for Mecha Frieza, and we got 2 for Android 20. I'm all in on Dragon Ball, so collecting most everything 2.0 and 3.0. Dope. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely more on Z, because I like to go outside of just Dragon Ball as well. I'm a big Naruto fan, so I've got pretty much every Naruto one so far, and pretty much every single Z one. There's a couple old Z ones I don't have, and I have none of the old Naruto ones because I didn't think they looked very good. If you could make one character into an SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z, which one would you choose? Personally, it would be, I'm going to go movies here. It's going to be Lord Slug. I really want a Lord Slug. If I had to go base, like base characters from the main anime, I'd go Videl. We need more characters, more female characters, and more villains. So those are the two I would go. I get the Gokus. We keep getting Gokus. We keep getting Vegetas. But those are two main. It would be Videl or Chi-Chi. And then my villain would be Lord Slug. Did you finally mortgage your house for the Metacooler army? No, Adam, I did not. I only got one, and I haven't opened them. I have all of the new One Piece stuff, too. Kaido is amazing. Epic Disaster. My buddy Josh, he has the Kaido, and it took 2 of us to put that damn guy together. He was awesome looking. He was so cool. All right, so we got we're going to go ahead and end this poll. It ran about for... It ran about 5 minutes. We got 82%, and we're gonna go ahead and end that poll. Why we do that? Why we're opening this guy? I'm gonna start the next poll, so that way we can go ahead and get this off the board, and we can just start going through the next, get this one going here. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So you guys asked for it. It's going to be Mecha Frieza. Let's see. Luffy. Wha-bam! Hopefully it looks all right. Hopefully you guys can see it. Kind of put this up today. I managed a picture. I managed a picture of Kaido and Luffy, but I haven't put it on my Instagram yet. Oh, heck yeah. Epic Disaster. I don't know if you know, but we do have a Discord. You can share all your posing and all that kind of stuff. It's free to join. There's a bunch of guys over there that we talk about figures and talk about releases like today. And you may not be a NECA collector, but I dropped all the links for all the holothon stuff going on, when things go live, when videos go live. I usually do all the announcements over there. So if you want that link to join the Discord, let me know. I can drop it in the chat. All right, guys, so the first one here is going to be Mecha Frieza. He looks pretty sweet. I haven't opened him, as you can see. I did slit this because I knew you guys wanted to see it, because I'm sure that was the first thing that we were going to look at. I was pretty confident. So looking at the back of the box, looks fine. It's got all his pictures and super action, super modeling. Everything's super about this figure, especially the price. The price is super. Yeah, you'd love to join. Sweet. Let me drop that. Guys, give me 1 second. Let me drop that link. So server invite. There is a questionnaire when you come in. Make sure you take it serious, Epic, because it will give you all the stuff that you need. It will give all the roles you need, because the way I do it here on here, I'm not just an SH Figuarts Dragon Ball collector. That might be what it is on the surface, but I do collect other things, like a comic collector. I collect manga, stuff like that. So make sure you choose all the things. Everything you choose will give you a new role, which will give you a new section inside the collector's showcase. And then that way you can see or communicate with collectors that, you know, collect the same stuff as you. We also got a Lego one over there. I'm kind of sad that that one's not bigger, because I'm not a big Lego collector, but I like to see people's builds. All right, so let's go ahead and open this bad guy. I'm hoping the camera quality is all right. This is a cheap little webcam. I am planning on getting a better camera at some point. So there's the tray shot pointing out. So this, guys, is why he was so expensive, why he was $85, because you not only have the one head on, but you also have 3 more entire heads. Even though it's $85, why didn't they just reprint this side plate and the top plate, rather than having us to take those 2 tiny pieces off and plug it into every head? I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense. I collect plenty of other stuff too. Sweet. Well, I'd love to see y'all drop your photos and stuff. Oh, did I just kick that? Drop your photos over on the Discord too. We'd love to see them. So all the hands, we got pointing hands, we've got fighting hands, we got flat palm hands, and of course fists. Really a lot of heads. So like, what, 5 heads and only 4 hands. That's kind of interesting that they did it that way. And of course his tail. So let's go ahead and set this guy down. I'm gonna go ahead and open him up. Oh, he does come with a stand too. So there's the stand. Oh. So let's go ahead and start with the main body, and then we'll take a look at all the accessories. Gosh, guys, he's tiny. He's really small. Wow, look, like his fist is definitely smaller than a dime, a US dime. So that's crazy. He looks great though. I did hear a lot of people were saying they liked him. He looked great, other than he does have a big head. And he kind of does have a really big head, actually, which is kind of crazy. But take a look at the paint application. I don't see any, like, I'll bring it closer to you guys here. I don't see any mess ups. I'm sorry about if the quality sucks. I've got to replace this camera right here. I don't see any paint defects on mine. So it looks clean. I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5 on paint application. I don't see any bleedings, any oopsies, any blobs, any boogers or anything. So that's really, really good. Articulation wise, obviously he's an alien, but he's like a humanoid type of character. So we've got double hinged knees, his ankle can go that much up, that much back. Doesn't really, it kind of has like a small like side to side, but not really. It's more of just the tilt going this way. I'm not a big fan on that. I don't really like these hinges when it comes to feet. I like the new ones like on the legendary Goku, where you can actually like slide side to side. I like that because you can extend his leg out and then tilt his foot a little bit more and have more of a stretched out pose. That's not how they do it in this one. That's kind of a letdown. Let's see. Can I get the name of the Discord? The Discord's name is Collect Together. And there's the link right there. So you can actually just click on the link. Steve, so if you want to join too, Eddie, you are more than welcome. Just click on the link in the I just put it into the chat, and it's called Collect Together. Just fill out the first couple questions and you'll get your rolls. Hoping the Pizza Club comes out next week so I can grab Michelangelo. I actually have Michelangelo. That's one of the rare ones I actually found at a Target. I found that one in Leo. I don't think they'll be next week. I think and there's also not 4 weeks, there's 5 weeks. So just the last Friday is the 10th of May. So there's 3 more weeks. And I think one of those weeks will be all the turtles. I don't think it's next week. I think the Casey Jones and the Usagi's next week. Also, it's not surprising considering Full Power Frieza was so bulky. Yeah, he's really bulky. I'm excited to get that figure in. Big heads on smaller Dragon Ball figures seem to be normal. That's true. Maybe it's just a style. It's been a minute since I've seen this arc. So this could be what it looks like. Maybe he's supposed to look like a bobblehead. It's called Collect Together. Yep. Thank you, Craft Collects. All right, so get back to the figure here. I really like all the detail like on his chest and stuff. Like if I lift his arm, you can actually see all these small little lines and stuff for the metal, and it just the detail like on his face with the lines, and on top of his head. So the detail is off the chart for this one. So I'd also give it a 5 out of 5 on that one. Articulation moving up. We've got good range. You can go back and forth. You can go forward and you can't go forward and back. So they did it again where you have to it's a ball joint that you have to twist. Sorry, this is kind of hard to show you, but you twist it inside his wrist and then it will change the orientation of the way you tilt. I don't like that. I wish they would do something better, where it's like a ball and the fist plugs into the ball and then it has better freedom around it. That would be more ideal. So the articulation, I do like how the shoulders move. I don't know if you guys can see that you can literally dislocate his shoulder out of the way, which I think is really nice. Gives you a lot more mobility, but it doesn't make it look really bad. You just kind of pop it out of the way, you move your the arm around and everything, and you can do whatever you need to. And then when you're like, oh yeah, I like that pose for his arm, pop that bad baby right back up, and you're good to go. And it does it for both sides. So I think this is a super awesome choice when it comes to these shoulder pieces. It like you can't tell that's like it almost looks like a shoulder pad, like football pads. Really great. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and set him aside. Let's see if he can stand. I guess that's the real test, huh? Can he actually stand by himself? Come on. I'm not looking forward to setting up my displays whenever I get this wall done behind me, because that's going to take like hours. I may need you guys' support, and we may do a couple day stream to do that. Be kind of interesting. Okay, stand up, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's not standing. Okay, there we go. Just take a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at his other body real quick, and then we'll go into the accessories. This is the big staple for everybody. Actually, it's got this stick here. This is the staple for everybody. So he's got a hole in his back right above his lower back, right above his tail. This part just plugs in. Put that into his back. Man, this is kind of tough with a camera between me. Oh gosh. So I'm gonna try to get it in there. All right, that's good enough. All right, so it just plugs in his back, wraps around his tail. That's why there's that bend. And then we just pop this guy right on here like this, which is probably not gonna happen. It's being difficult. There we go. All right, guys. Put that back. And then there's the secondary body. So it has this stand here, so you can actually have Trunks actually cutting in half. Looks great. I think the figure here is definitely on par for what I expected. I think the detail is really good. Having two different bodies is probably what made the price go up. I would expect this guy probably to be around the $65 mark or $50 mark, but because we got not one but two bodies, that's why it was so expensive. I don't like the fact that you have to remove his legs and his arms to put it on this body. I think that's kind of a pain in the butt, especially if you want this guy standing next to King Cole and then maybe one over in the corner getting sliced in half by Trunks. But the fact that, like, you're gonna have to end up spending, I would have rather picked up two $55 figures than one $85 figure. So let's go ahead and move into the accessories here. I'm thinking of doing some posing with full power Frieza, probably the beam struggle. That'd be cool. I'd love to see it. Drop it in the server for sure. So I don't know if this thing's focusing. Is it focusing for you guys? I'm sorry for the quality on this. There is the grimacing face. And again, why didn't they just print these parts? They printed on this guy. Why do I have to take that part off and that part off? Just, it's $85. Just print it and make it part of the figure. That's kind of a pain in the butt. That just seems like cutting a corner. Like, what would that have been? Like $5 more? Oh gosh, I'm keep dropping his head. What would that have been? Like $5 more to add that part and that part? Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know. So there's the grimacing face. I guess looking at this face here, this is one of them, his sliced yelling face in half. Looks great. And then of course, we have his smirk, his evil smirk, like he's going to win. Stand him back up, which is probably not going to happen. Moving on to the next head. We have a lot of choices here. We've got a smiling face, an evil smile, like he knows he's winning. Really great. Definitely super cool. And then the last one is his like freaked out yelling face. Like he's about to get beaten. This one's cool. I don't think I'll ever use it. I definitely like the more animated faces like this. Looks really great. But yeah, looks really cool. I definitely dig this one quite a bit. The hands, I mean, they're kind of basic. You've got one of each. It's kind of be hard to kind of show them because they're so small. I'll try to tilt this up so they don't fall out. You got those flat palm hands, you got the fighting hands, and of course the pointers. One is the robot hand, one is his flesh hand. So nothing exciting there. Pretty standard hands. The tail is very, actually, kind of sharp there. But he is a flat tail here. Plugs into the back. I feel like I'm gonna break this. Break this live on camera, right on YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time. If I don't get it in there, I'm gonna not worry about it. It's kind of in there. But yeah, guys, like, dang, that looks so good. If I had to rate this figure, and when I rate figures, one thing I do is I definitely take into account the price as well. So this was $85, so pretty much around $100. I think his detail is on par. I don't like his ankles and his wrists. I think those could have been done a little bit better, but it's a little bit better. Shoulders are an A++ for me. I don't like the fact that you have to remove the two pieces on his head to really complete the other looks. I think that's kind of cheapy. I'd probably give him a solid 8.5 out of 10. I don't think he's the perfect figure. I think he was a little pricey for what he was. But they did definitely a great job. There's just those two flaws: the fists, the wrists, the ankles, but the shoulders were really good, and he looks great, and he had no paint application issues or anything. It's kind of a hard figure to put together and kind of hard figure to stand, but that's okay. He looks great though. What are you guys' thoughts? What would you rate this figure? We doing another giveaway? Franco, we are not doing another giveaway, unfortunately. Not today. So what would you rate this guy out of 10 if this was your figure, or if you already have him? Let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna switch back to full screen here. What would you guys rate your Mecha Frieza? Like I said, I'd probably do 8.5. I think 7 or a solid 8 is a little too low, but I think 9's too high. 9's too high just because The price as well. The price isn't perfect. It's a little expensive for what you get in the box and how small he is. I mean, with King Cold, I know a lot of people complain about the price on that guy, but he is also $150, but he comes with an entire chair. So I don't know. Like I said, solid 8.5 is probably where I would sit on that one. Holy crap, that's tiny. I'd give it a 7. I'd say solid 8. Fire. Okay, yeah. I think he's amazing. The price doesn't affect my decision. Hey, that's okay. Epic. That's where we're all our scale, our grading is on different scales. I definitely take it in account just because something can be amazing but overly priced. I don't think he was overly priced. I just think they, I don't know. That's where I sit, I guess. I don't know why I'm trying to justify myself to you. We all say and speak differently, which is fine. So let me go ahead and put him away. You guys get a good look at Mecha Frieza. I want to do formal reviews. I'm trying to get that. Down first. Like figure out how I want to present that to you guys. So soon. Not don't hold me to anything, but I'm definitely gonna bring reviews back to the channel here soon-ish. All right, so we have another poll up. We've got Yamcha and Android 20. So it looks like, man, Android 20 lost again. So we've got, it's about 15 minutes. We'll go ahead and end the poll here. We're going to unbox the new Yamcha. End poll. Maybe this guy won't be as tiny. Let's go ahead and start a new poll. What I want to do, obviously, Android 20 is going to be there again. So he can be passed up yet again. I don't know why it's in all caps. Third. Boxing. Sir. All right. So, guys, what I would say is these are all the things I have not opened or I have not taken a look at. So, just to let you know, if there's anything that you guys want to see, I probably have it if it's out. Android 20 was bad in your opinion. Really? See, I haven't opened him, so we're going to take a look today. Hopefully he'll win. At least hopefully he won't keep getting passed by. I dropped a pic in the NECA and SH channel on Discord. Hope y'all check them out when you have them. Heck yeah, man. Epic. I will, I'll absolutely check it out when we're over with the stream here. That's great. I'm excited to see it. So with 14 votes, Yamcha won. So let's go over to that. So Yamcha won. I haven't opened this guy either. I haven't opened Android 20 and the Kaioken Goku are the next figures up for a vote. So if you guys are deciding what we're opening today. So it's Yamcha. You guys chose Yamcha, which is really strange. I thought I was the only one out there that loved Yamcha as a character. I thought they kind of did him dirty when it came to this arc with the Android saga. They kind of made him more of a joke, which I didn't really appreciate. I really did like him in the Saiyan saga until they kind of just threw him away. If you weren't a Saiyan, you're kind of pointless. Or if you're not a Saiyan or Piccolo, you were worthless in the show. But I really did like Yamcha. I think he is really a cool character. I really like his comedic vibe and everything. But I haven't opened this guy at all. So everything we're opening today, I haven't even taken a look at. So they might be old and all that. But, and like I said, if there's anything that you want to see, I probably have it. It could be an old figure. If you guys want to see Final Form Cooler, I still have that figure. So, Long Hair Yamcha was great design. I wish they had stuck with it. It was probably too hard for him to draw. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the tray shot here. So there's everything you got with him. I did open him just enough to grab the plastic out of his midsection, but let's go ahead and get him out of the box here, out of the tray. There he is, guys. Pretty standard. So, in my opinion, and let me know if this is a hot take or not, but this is my desired hip construction. I really like the secondary with the third. I really like the way this aesthetically looks, because to me, when it comes to these figures, these kind of look more like pleats than they do like a separation. So I really am digging this figure design. I think that looks really nice, and I kind of wish they would stick with this in, because like I said, it looks like, you know, the pleats in the pants, not so much. Prices across the board for these recent Dragon Ball figures have been on the high side, in my opinion. It seems a new standard has been set with pricing. Absolutely. I would agree. Thank you so much for being here, Brad. Thank you so much. I would agree. Absolutely. I was just talking to my buddy today when we were talking about, because the NECA stuff was dropping for Holothon, and I was kind of talking to him about everything, and the fact that, like, because of Holothon and everything coming out, like when the NECA TMNT figures were on the shelf at Target, I saw the turtles and I was like, $50, that's a little high. And he did the same thing back when the Figuarts started, where Trunks and Vegeta out were the original releases, and they were $40, and he's like, oh, those are a little high. But the precedent and the fact that, like, everything is expensive. These figures are, you know, sometimes upwards to $100 a piece. And then, like, the NECAs, I bought Rocksteady and Bebop today, and the Samurai Donnie and Space Mikey today. That was like $120 for both of them, $60 a piece. So they're definitely fluctuating in price. And where I want to do a positive spin on this, in my opinion, is the quality keeps getting higher and higher as well. Is that justified for the price hike? I wouldn't say yes completely, but we are getting better quality and looking figures. So let's dive into Yamcha here. Obviously, he's got those double hinge knees. I always think these look really great. They're pretty much here up are the same pants for any character that has a gi. It's just maybe a different shade. And he's got a little bit of shading. He's darker down here and then lightens up towards the upper half. So they do have a little bit of shading going on in the front. But if you notice how dark this is, it's like a darker orange. In the back, that's not the case. I think it's really odd that they're painting and have their paint applications like dark here, kind of fade up and look real nice, and then on the back it's just bland. I understand that, you know, they want to make the front better, because the likelihood of you seeing somebody's back all the time is probably next to none. But the fact that, like, to me, what happens if I do want Yamcha's back pointing out? Now it kind of looks basic and bland. I really think they need to take that paint application and wrap it around the back. So, holy crap. E-Rock dropping a super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, buddy. You did not have to do that. That was unexpected. Thank you so much, buddy, for supporting the channel. I appreciate you being here, and the constant support that you give me is, I can never give that back. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. Yo, I got out late work because what I missed. So far, you've only missed us chatting about Super 17. We've talked about, we unboxed Mecha Frieza. That's pretty much the only thing you have missed. Just kind of letting the chat roll, man. I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome. Simp for Gwen says, at least it has shading. SH Figuarts, as normal when including this, most of their figures. Absolutely. And thank you so much for being here, Simp for Gwen. Yeah, I guess I'm in a party where it's like, either do it all the way or don't do it at all. Like, I don't know. Growing up, that's what my dad would call half-assed. So, I don't know. It just kind of seems weird. But to me, he feels really good. So when I was talking about the ankles on Mecha Frieza, see how you can get a little bit of tilt back and forth with his ankles? Like, you could not get that at all with that figure. And this just, to me, gives a little bit more of a play when you do wider poses. And that ankle tilt, even though it's very, very subtle, and I would like to see a little bit more with it, it's the fact that we have it, which is really great. We've got a toe bend up here. Looks really great, the toe bend. Then, of course, the knee bend here. Really good range on this figure, and he feels good. Like, I don't feel like he's gonna fall apart in my hands, which is crazy. Yes, sir. Enjoy the Good Friday, bro. And okay, nice. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And like just the possibility of him, like, look, like sitting down in school, like look at the range on that figure. Like a lot of people are hating because of the upper half, which, you know, we'll get to that here in a second. But like, look at what you can do with this figure and comfortably. Like, I'm not forcing this figure at all. It's comfortably bending and it's doing its thing. It's so nice. It looks good. It really does look good. Let me move this. Can I make this go smaller? Nope. Okay. So let me move. Sorry, I'm moving panels around on my computer here. There we go. Okay, that doesn't look as bad as I thought. I thought the camera was gonna look like crap. So actually, it doesn't look too bad for a webcam. All right, so taking a look at, he's got his straight lace, like just flat face, no emotion going on right there, kind of just standing there. This is going to be the one for him just standing there with a pose. And then of course he's got his fist moving up. He's got his double hinged elbows, nothing special there. He's got his butterfly, got a little bit of a butterfly, not a lot. Oops, I just dropped him. Not a lot. You can see very minimal movement there. So he's definitely going to be able to put his hands together, but not enough butterfly. Oh, let me move this around. Not enough butterfly to cross his hands. And like, to me, like this was acceptable when, probably about a wave or two ago, but, and I know he's been out for a little bit, but I want them to have enough butterfly where they could cross their wrists. Like if you could get it just to that, to like cross his wrists, that would be the perfect amount of butterfly for this character. Especially just because of fighting poses and different stuff that you could do with him. But for me, like, I mean, you can cross his arms, you can do all that, but a little bit more of a butterfly in the back here would go a long way. And then the biggest thing, the controversial thing, like I mentioned before, is his neck. His neck, a lot of people were saying it was abnormally long. I get it. I mean, it looks odd. It is just probably like a couple millimeters too long, but I still think it looks really good. It looks like the character. He, you know, maybe this is the model that they took was from one frame of Dragon Ball Z that, you know, that we watched. And it's that one where it's a little bit longer because, you know, the consistency with Dragon Ball and their animation back then. But I think overall it looks really good. So let's go ahead and change out some faces. I don't think we've got any newbies here for SH Figuarts, but if you are, pretty much when it comes to faces, you just kind of take them, like you just rip their face off. Like, ooh, that's a big face. So you just rip it off the front. I'm pretty sure we got a lot of veterans in here that collect these guys. Let's go ahead and put some faces on, guys. Man. So he's got his angry face. Neck really don't look that bad in person, though. It doesn't. I mean, like I said, it's a scotch. It's a scotch too long, but it doesn't bother me at all. I think this character looks great. So there's his mad face. Go ahead and take that off. Guys, and also, if you didn't know, we have a new poll going of the next figure we're going to unbox. So this is all from my personal collection. So if there's something that's not in the poll, put it in the chat. I guarantee you I probably have it if you want to see it. I have older figures like the Nappa, the first version of Vegeta, where not the very first version, but the Saiyan armor Vegeta from the first arc. I have that one. So there's other things in the box that I have, not just what I am putting up on the poll. I'm just putting up the poll of things I haven't opened that I haven't taken a look at. And I figured I'd do that live with you guys because, you know, it'd be cool. I think it'd be interesting. I thought it would be an interesting stream. So there's this yelling face. Let's go ahead and take that one off. Yeah. So this is kind of like your, videos that you guys watch. You know, you watch your reviews and stuff, but this is live, so you can actually ask questions, which I think is a kind of interesting take. So this is the face that he will be wearing for me, and we will actually set Yamcha aside and bring him back when we get Android 20. Whenever he passes the votes, we'll bring him back out. But this is the face he's going to have for me because that's an iconic scene from the show when Yamcha just gets straight up owned. And here is the other piece. It's the hand, and then of course the chest piece here. So these two pieces connect together. It wraps around Yamcha right through his midsection there, and then that way you can have him getting stabbed by Android 20. So I think it's a really cool piece that they're kind of doing these buddy cop like pieces where one piece goes with each. So they did this one, Android 20, those go together. They did the new Vegeta with the Android 19, those two go together because they come with parts and not just a faceplate. They did what was the other one they did? They did Kui and the Namek Saga version of Vegeta. So those two together go together. So there's a lot of partnerships, and I like the fact that they do that, because not only do they come with extra parts for a certain character, it's not always the same character, because they've been doing that a lot lately with like the One Piece line. Every character came with a face for Luffy. You know, didn't really flesh out the entire collection as as well-rounded as I would like, but this is like, it's adding pieces to specific scenes to create it, which I think is really cool. It's probably a really smart marketing ploy on their side, because they're getting us to buy two characters. But I mean, I'm down. So I really like this figure. Paint application, the shading, it looks really good. It is really clean. I do like the wrist and the ankles a little bit. That neck is a little long. I'm going to give it bonus points because I think this face and the play back and forth of this character with Android 20 and how you can create those scenes, I'm gonna give this guys a solid 8, I think. It's not a perfect figure, it's kind of basic. It is the character, but it's a little bit basic. I'm gonna give it another 8 for sure. Really cool character. If you care, he's got, let me show you a couple of these, I guess. He does have some fighting hands. They look like this. He has the left and the right. He has his Wolfang Fist hands, I think, is what this one is. And then he's got his blasting hands. So he's definitely got a lot of hands when it comes to this figure. He was $65, so I think he was like, what, 80-ish after all that. Oh, let me put these guys back in here. I don't want to lose these faces. And he's not as dainty or small as Frieza, which I really appreciate. Let's go ahead and switch to the full cam here. I went with the screaming face. Okay, that's cool. Do you have Vegeta Blue? I do not have any Vegeta Blues. I am not a Dragon Ball Super collector. The only one I do have that's Dragon Ball Super, well, I had two. I had Beast Gohan, which we did a giveaway 2 weeks ago. And then I have Orange Piccolo. Those are the only super ones I have. Do you collect Robot Damashi Gundam? I don't. I do collect Gundam. I'm a big Gundam Wing fan. I get these. I get the Gundam Universe Gundam Wing figures. So these are $25 coming from Tamashi. They're cheaper plastic, but I like them for what they are. If I eventually someday, I'll probably upgrade and get like the master, oh, what do you call them? The master grade ones where you can paint them and make them look really cool. But I can barely get videos out right now, so we're not going to put another thing on my plate. Snook, what is your favorite brand and or figure company to collect from? Example, SH Figuarts, Figma, NECA, Hasbro, etc. I like to diversify. I've been getting into Mafex lately. I really do like NECA for only one brand, and that's, I like because they're the only ones that do the 80s, 90 cartoons that I like. I think they're straight out of the cartoon. I don't really care for the Super 7. I don't think they look very good, and the NECA ones are a little bit cheaper. So I wouldn't say I like NECA, but they just do that series so well, and they look so good. Like, here we go. Like, I got the Mikey, the new Holothon Mikey. I found this at a Target. Like, to me, like, that looks exactly like the show, and so I wouldn't say like they're up there for me. Figma's okay. I think Figma has a lot of issues. I don't think everything looks as good I think definitely more things look better. Like the Demon Slayer line looked good. Other lines look kind of crappy. So I definitely think there's a split there for sure. So SH Figuarts is probably the most I collect because I collect all Naruto and Dragon Ball Z in those lines, and they definitely teeter the line between functionality and also accuracy, and they're getting better with the accuracy. The other older like Gohan and Cell and stuff, they look kind of janky. So it's a debate. I mean, it really is. It really depends on what you like and what lines you collect. I'm really a big fan of SH Figuarts right now. I mean, I'm building the channel on it right now. But I can't pick one. I think Hasbro has some good, but mostly bad. I think they kind of do cheaper figures. Like the X-Men 97 don't compare to the Mafex, but at the same time, they're good for their prices of $25. So that's kind of, Brandon, that's a really hard question, kind of a loaded question. And for me, it'd probably be SH Figuarts because as a whole, even things I'm not interested in, they do a very good job. Adam says, there's nothing from Super 7 that I've liked. Body's faces are always too weird for me. Yeah, Adam, I agree. Like, I don't like the TMNT line. Mars and I were talking about, he picked up the Bruce Lee and hated it and shipped it off. Like, I don't like anything that Super 7 does, or haven't seen anything that Super 7 has done. I think Jada Toys is kicking the shit out of Super 7, in my opinion. Action Figure Avenue is here. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here, buddy. Brett Hawk says, I debate grabbing the 4 Pizza Turtles. Now, Brett, I had to buy these guys because it's the only Turtles. I've been collecting TMNT, NECA cartoon stuff probably 2 or 3 years now, and I've never owned a Turtle. So this is my first opportunity to buy the Turtles. I got those 2. I'm still waiting on a Raph and Donnie to show up somewhere so I can pick those up online, probably, because I don't think I'm going to go back to Target because that's kind of a pain in the ass. My nearest Target is an hour away, so it's kind of hard to get them in person. And then I just bought the Punk Turtles that came out last week for Haulathon. So there's definitely a lot in there that I wanna grab, and I had to get those Pizza Turtles. But if you have the Pizza in Disguise ones, I heard they're very comparable. Colors are a little different, and I don't think it's completely necessary, but I mean, who knows? Epic Disaster says, greed, TMNT is the only thing I collect. They're really good. I even think, like, I don't collect them, but I think even the Mirage comic ones look good too. I'm order Metacooler from I order Mecha. Oh, did you actually pick up? Oh, that's expensive. How much did you throw down on him? Aftermarket, right? I'm gonna hang out with my friend. Bye, good night. No problem, Action Figure. Thank you for dropping in. Say hello. Have fun with your friend. Steve says, I might pre-order GT Trunks. Not gonna lie, he looks really good in my eyes. Hey man, if you are a GT fan and it looks good in your eyes, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you what is good or bad. Make that assumption for yourself, and you're not gonna know until you get it in your hand. And like a lot of those SH Figuarts that go on Premium Bandai, you could always, if you're always on the fence, you could always spring for them. If you make a financial, decision that you are comfortable with, you could always turn them into trade bait or sell them. They don't really ever lose value. But I think the 17 looks wicked. So you getting the Super 17 and Yusuke coming out. Damn, finally got you. Yu Hakusho in the line. I need a Botan SF. Dude, Iraq, 17 is on the fence. I might get that later. I'll probably push that as far as I can to the rim of the pre-order window. I'll probably have about 2 months to make that decision. But maybe. But Yusuke, absolutely 100%. I'm down. Once it comes up, I'm buying it for sure. I want young Toguro first. I want the good guy. I want the bad guy, and that's kind of what they're doing. Tamashi's making a good guy, making a bad guy, and seeing it where it goes from there, because they did that with Rurouni Kenshin. Also, Steve, if you want, when you join the Discord, if you go into the left-hand bar, go up and look for affiliate links. There's a thing in there. Scroll up. Trunks is in there right here on the channel. We're affiliated with Premium Bandai. So if you go through Premium Bandai, you can pre-order there. It doesn't cost you a thing. It just helps support the channel. But also, please don't feel compelled to do that if you don't want to buy from Premium Bandai. If you go to Hobby Geki or import it, do that as well. I want you to get your collectibles where you want them, but if you go to Premium Bandai, there's the option to support the channel by using that affiliate link. A person who exists says, I'm late, but I'm here, Snook. A person exists. Thank you so much for being here, and you still exist. As animated heroes or animated just got back from having s'mores. Person exists. Where's my s'more? I want one. I want s'more. Sim for Gwen says, I will never shut up about Jada Toys, Mega Man, and Street Fighter Online. They are such improvements of the price point over other lines in the same price. Absolutely. They are killing it for the $25 range. And I love the fact that they're really giving support to the Street Fighter and all those communities. I watched Nostalgia Unboxed. If you guys watch Jonathan or Nostalgia Unboxed, the YouTube channel, he did a comparison between the SH Figuarts and the Jada toy line. Obviously, you get a little bit more in the SH Figuarts, but that also is like an $80 or $90 figure compared to $25. So I think they're doing a really good job, and they're making all the color variants, the player 2s and stuff like that. So there's a lot there. Jada is putting every other mass-produced budget line to shame. Yes, Adam, they are killing it, dude. Epic Disaster says, I will be living in Japan by the time Super 70 comes out. That's the only reason I have not pre-ordered him. Whoa, you're living in Japan? That's awesome. What are you going on work? Moving back? Just kind of curious. That's awesome. That's my #1 most wanted visited city or country. #1 visited city in the US is New York, which hopefully will happen. And if that happens, it would be cool to do a vlog to go to the Tamashi store. All right, so let's go ahead and stop this poll here. Wow, Android 20 loses again. You guys are savage. You guys are hating on my boy. Let's go ahead and start the next poll. This is what, the 4th unboxing? Why is my caps lock on? Let's go. You guys are just not gonna let me open that. Yeah, let's throw a. I feel like this is gonna be a. All right, so the next poll before I switch over and we start the unboxing of the Kaioken, which I have been told 1,000 times from my video that I pronounce Kaioken wrong. It's Kaioken. I understand that. I was raised on Toonami. I'm broken. Leave me alone. But the next ones on the list, obviously, we're gonna choose between Android 20 and the one I just showed you, the Pizza Club TMNT Mikey. So that's one I haven't unboxed and I want to take a look at. I know it's not SH Figuarts, but I said we're open figures. I didn't say just Figuarts. Dating a young Toguro does sound nice. I would buy that instantly. Oh, me too, for sure. Both actually. I lived in Japan for 14 years. I'm going back to live and work. Epic Disaster. That's awesome. That's so cool. I want to visit sometime. So if I make it over there, I'll hit you up. Brad Hawk talk. LOL, you're good with any pronunciation. It's silly for people to keep that. Yeah, like I say Kamehameha, not Kamehameha. 90s, man. All right, Kaioken Goku. If you guys haven't noticed, when I on the Discord, I dropped oh my gosh. I dropped a picture of Target last time I went. I went this week on like a Tuesday. We took a drive up there after work to look for some NECA TMNT stuff, and there's tons of these guys out there. There was like 6 or 7 at that Target. So if you're looking for him, this is the updated model of the Kaioken Goku. This came out around December last year. I was able to find it at my local Walmart, but they definitely have. They're out there now. So if you want this one, has the more of the matted red rather than that purpley shine gloss. Personally, I like this one better. I've took it out once. I really haven't looked at everything he came with, but this is going to be what you usually get in the $35 figure, guys. This is pretty barren. Like, it is, you know, 3 pairs of hands, 3 faces, and 2 faceplates. Like, you're not going to get a lot with this figure, but for 35 bucks, you get the body. So there's been none at my Target. Keep checking. Cat, well, if I go up to Target, buddy, if you still need one, you hit me up. I'll let you know when I go, and I'll snag you one for you, and we'll make it work. I'll send it to you. I thought about doing that, maybe reaching out, see who need any. You know, pretty much you pay for it, and the shipping, and I'll ship it to you. But yeah, so let's go ahead and open this. Yeah, there's like, I think I ran into like, I went to 3 different Targets, and there were 6 at one, 3 at another, and 2 at the other. So there was tons of them. So if anybody needs one, hit me up in the Discord. 35 for Goku is better than 30 for most Marvel Legends. Yeah, for sure. $35 for Goku Figuarts is better. That would be awesome. Thanks. Yeah, Kat, we'll hit me up in the Discord. We'll make sure we make that work. So the one thing I will say when picking him up, oh, he's too high. He feels cheap. He definitely feels cheap. The plastic does not feel as nice as on the Yamcha. It almost feel like, I feel like a hollow plastic feel is what I get from this figure. Like, I don't know if you can hear him. He almost feels like the gi. Do you remember, I don't know how old you guys are, but back in the day in the early 2000s, they had the Dragon Ball Jacka line, and where it had like the plastic shirts that could connect on the sides and the top, and then you rattled them. That's kind of what this feels like. It definitely is a noticeable cheaper material than what they usually use on all the other figures. I'm holding out for that event exclusive 3.0 KOKO that they are inevitably going to release. You got some inside information, or are you just speculating? You think this KOKO is manga version or the old one from the anime? I just think I think it's from the anime. I just think it's just a different sheen, because this is more of a muted flat version than the glossy purpley version. I don't think I think there's only one figure out that is manga, and I think it's that new Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. So I think this is anime. It's just a muted color, just different one. Any shot in the dark guesses for SCCC lineup? SCCC lineup, it will be anything that's released that's just going to be like a premium color or something like. Oh gosh, I just moved the camera. I'd have to think on that. I don't think it's going to be anybody new. Let me think. Let me think on that, and I'll answer your question here in a little bit. Let me kick that back and think about it a little bit. I don't want to. Can't even think of right now. If anybody, Brad, do you have any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts of what you think it would be? So articulation is pretty basic. He does have less mobility. See how I can't like fully put him in an Indian style seating? Oh, I guess I could. Ooh, his hips. So I mean, the flexibility's there. He does have that noticeable cheapy plastic feel. That's the biggest thing that alarms me. I like the sheen a lot better. With the red, it's more of a matted. We get 2 different head plates. We get the standard Goku head, and we get the flame, like hair flying up, powered up version hair. All of these face plates are interchangeable. So you got the looking off to the right grimacing face. You've got the look down the barrel straight lace face, and of course we get the look to the right screaming face. While I don't mind the looking off to the left and the right faces, they're fine. I just feel like it's harder to use these in poses. You'd almost have to purposely put them off to the right and left, which I'm not a big fan of. I kind of wish they would just look forward, and maybe have like, rather than looking left and right, they just have more emotive eyes. Because if you look at all 3 of these faceplates, they're the same eye printing except for the pupil location. That's all that's different in this figure. When I opened my Kaioken Goku, and not gonna lie, I was disappointed and wish I kept it sealed. Jack, you can still go get another one if you want it sealed. If you want to. They're still out there. They're pretty easy to obtain. So, but yeah, looks great. Cheapy, that's the biggest thing. I think articulation is fine. I think sheen is fine. I think the accessories for a $35 figure, I feel like it's a pretty good steal. But I will say that cheapy material probably knocks it down. I would give this probably a 6.5. I don't think it's horrible to give it a 6, but I don't think it's good enough to give it a good. I would say a 6.5. The price is really good, but I feel that price. You know, if it's supposed to be a deal, I shouldn't have to feel the price of $35, like where I feel like you have cut corners. I can visually see you have cut corners because of the amount of accessories, which makes sense for the price point. But I visually see a price cut, and I feel a price cut in the quality of the actual figure. So I'm gonna have to give this guy a 6.5, to be honest. Let's go back to full cam here. I opened my Kaioken Goku and I already did that one. E-Rock says, yeah, the figures from 1999 that said seen on Toonami and had all the characters, even though we are barely on the Frieza saga. I seen a Gotenks and was like, who's that guy? Yep. So, do you guys have Kaioken Goku or Kaioken Goku? What is your take? Do you guys agree with the rating with that? Am I being too harsh? What's your guys' point on that? It's getting hot under these lights, boy. Woo. All right, put it over there. Jack, you thought about getting a second one? I don't think that figure is going to do anything for you keeping sealed, though. Now, if it was like a limited run, like a premium Bandai or something, then I could see it keeping it sealed. But for a general release, because even if that one sells out, because it's a general release, 5 years down the road they could reprint it. So, and we've seen that. So I don't know what your thought is on that. Why you would keep one sealed, but if you want to, go for it, brother. I've stuck with the shiny Kaioken. Hey man, I have both, so I'm living on luxury over here. Oh, we have 9 votes. If you guys want to vote for the next figure, we've got it between Android 20 and the NECA TMNT Mikey. So we got 9 votes. If you want to make your vote, we'll vote here in a second. Mars says open Cyclops. Yes. No, Cyclops is coming. Way to spoil it, Mars. Jeez. So let's go ahead and end this poll here. Oh, we got another vote. Anybody else want to vote before we end it? Maybe Android 20 could lose again. I feel like you guys hated him and was gonna try to make that a thing. Looks like Android 20 is winning for the next unboxing. We'll take a look at that. All right, we're gonna end that poll. Android 21 with 69% with 10 votes. Let's go ahead and open another poll. 5th? I think this is 5th. 5th figure. We're gonna do it between Metal Cooler, and we're gonna do it against. We'll let you guys see this one. All right, there we go. I've got a couple over here still to go. Oh, damn. All right, so the next poll. So we're going to get into Android 20. That's the one you guys voted for to unbox next. The next one is going to be between Metal Cooler, which I don't have gloves, so wish me luck. And then it's going to be between the Super Saiyan 2 exclusive that I've never opened, that I've had since, I don't know, last year. So there's quite a few that we need to open here. Yeah, I've never opened this guy. Everything today I did cut the tape just so I could get it ready for you guys. Because that's the options I had. Oh, damn. Haven't opened the Cyclops. I haven't even opened the Cyclops yet. I don't know if you... So, switch over to POV. Alright, guys, so we have Android 20 here. So we're going to bring that Yamcha back in, too. We've got the hand on his mouth Yamcha here. Just trying to set him up in the back here. Here, maybe I can put him over here. Oh, I don't want to put him behind the thing here. There we go. All right, so Android 20, Dr. Giro. Oh, this guy's a little dusty. He's been sitting around a while. So here we go, Dr. Giro. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of this figure. What I've heard about it is he's short. He's very short, which he shouldn't be. So the scaling is all kind of messed up. But we'll go ahead and pop into it and see what's going on. Like I said, I haven't had an experience with it yet, so this is my first impressions. And there he is, guys. That's everything he comes with. He comes with a lot. There's the top of his head. He's got his big hat on. He's got his big bulbous legs there with the parachute pants, which is pretty cool. We've got his remote, all his different hands. They're very small. And then there is the different elbow piece that I was telling you guys about when we talked about Android 17, Super 17 coming out for GT. This is why I think Super 17 is going to have a different piece when it comes to his chopped off arm. It's because they did it like this in Android 20. Now, I don't know if that's just because this is the one you're supposed to use on Yamcha or what, but to me, this is the reason I think that 17 is going to have two different parts with his hand and his forearm. Scaling is definitely questionable. Hey, man, the last one we did when we did this, we opened third form Frieza, and the scaling of third form Frieza was horrible. So bad. So I didn't really like that figure, and it was like $100, $110 or something. Crazy. So there he is. Wow. What? He seems awfully short. Like really, really short. Like I feel like he should be at least the same height as Yamcha. Because when he lifts him up, I don't think it's like, you know, if he lifts him up a little bit like this, I don't feel like it's that big of a gap between them, is it? Like he seems awfully short next to Yamcha. So that's, Brad, I'm gonna have to agree with you. That scaling is a little whack. All right, let's put Yamcha over there and take a look at this guy. Look at him a little closer here. He looks really good. I was excited for this figure when it was announced because I love the androids and I really like the direction that the Android Saga went in with the with Gohan and all the Saiyans and stuff like that. So the direction that they went in, really liked it. I thought this was a really good looking figure, but the scaling, he should have been scaled up like 10%. He is really, really small and seems dainty when he shouldn't be. Huh. So you can take his hat off, I think. Yep, just take his hat off. It's just a plug. And then you can plug his dome in. So you can actually have him. So I'm assuming you probably take his faces off. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So the peg for his hat is part of this neck stem. And then you got your different faces. The one thing I want to point out is this hair. His hair is really detailed, but it's very heavy. It is articulating in the back here. But what I don't like about it is usually, especially with Jace, because I have Jace from the Ginyu Force, this hair is very, very heavy. So him being able to stand up, he's going to fall back 9 times out of 10. So I definitely think he needs to stand. So I'm not a big fan of that. So like taking a look at the faces that we get, I'll probably just pop the faces up to the camera here. So we've got like a smiling. Oh, come on. I got like a smiling face. We've got his iconic scene of, this is probably the pose he will be in if he's not killing Yamcha. It's him looking off to his side. This is the very first time that you actually see the androids of him and 19 standing together. him looking off to the side. I really like the looking off to his left. I think that's a really good and iconic scene of Android Dr. Giro. And then bonus points if you can answer in the chat what this face is from. I know what it's from, but I'm just kind of curious to get a little bit of interaction from you guys. What is this faceplate from? Do you guys remember? Did you see Ichigo is now releasing in December? Mars, I did. I already put my pre-order in at Big Bad Toy Store for now because I did not want to drop the 82 right now. Maybe after Holothon, we'll see what the damage looks like, get caught up on all of that. And then once that happens, then I might cancel there and get it from Kappa. I want to get it from Kappa. I like Kappa a lot and I want to support the small company. But I just can't drop that 82 right now. Let's see. Android 7 kicking his head off. Person exists. No. Close. That face is from when Android 20 discovers how yummy spaghetti is. Adam. I'm sure he probably made this face during that, but that's not what the scene is from the show. Mars, Brad, anybody can tell me? Yo, what's going on? I don't know. IDK, what's going on? Thank you for being here, buddy. Thanks for dropping in, saying hello. From obtaining energy. Yes, Steve is on the right track. So this is actually from the scene of when he absorbs the energy blast. Yes, Brad got it. Yes. So it is when he absorbs the energy blast from Piccolo or Vegeta. Yep, Vegeta. When he starts blasting and getting pissed off because they can't find him, he starts shooting sporadically and shoots a big blast. He steps out and actually absorbs it to get a refresh. So yes, good job, Brad. I figured you'd get it. All right, so let's put that. I think that is. So he's pretty much in this pose right here. Got his hat on. This is before he dies, and he's kind of looking up like this. But he has his open palm hands where he absorbs the energy. Super awesome figure, like very expressive. I'm going to have to, and I don't want to, knock some points off because of the scaling. The scaling is just plainly not good. The scaling, he's too small. He's too dainty. He should be a little bit bigger, a little bit taller. I haven't put him up against 19 yet, but I feel like even if I did put him up against 19, 19 should be significantly shorter, but he is just too small. His waist is too small. His arms are too small. He needs to be probably, I don't know, probably about that tall. I feel like he needs to be significantly taller because look, guys, look at him next to Yamcha. I don't think Yamcha's taller than him. If anything, it's like right here. So I definitely think he's a few inches too small. Yeah, he is short. So that's the only thing wrong with it. Yeah, scaling is messed up. Oh, I took off his wrong arm. Dang it. Put that one back on. See what this looks like. I'm not going to put the other piece on it because I'm not sure how that goes and I don't really want to fight with it. But we'll put his hand on Yamcha's face. Hey, quit. Ow, that hurt. Pushed on Yamcha's hair in the back and it stabbed me. Oh, look at that, guys. That looks great. That looks cool. Oh man, I cannot wait until this wall's done behind me and I can get my display cabinet and get everything rocking. Like, this looks so sick. I love the marriage that they've created between these two figures. Getting Yamcha and getting it 20 not only was like a collect them all mentality, but like being able to create this scene between these two figures is super awesome. At this point, I've kind of already forgotten about the scaling. I know it's a little off, but that blows me away just to recreate that scene from the show. Is it just me or does Android 16 come with literally no accessories? I have Android 16. If you guys want to see him, we can take a look at him. I don't have the original version. I have the con exclusive recoloring. Mars says Piccolo. Also, I think Figuarts has struggled with knees with those bag packs for 20 and with Majin Buu. Yeah, the poofy pants kind of get him a little bit, flustered. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with him anymore. I'm just gonna put him back here. He's gonna be in the back of the. Yeah, that looks awesome. I love it. Let's put some of these faces back. Probably don't care that much about hands. He's got flat hands, fists, all the yada yada. But the other thing he does come with, which I have this Goku, he's in my big box, is this one right here. It's the I'm having a heart attack face for Goku. So you do get that one, which is kind of cool. So you could recreate this scene with Goku. So, all right. So the next poll we'll put Android 16 in the poll. So sweet. We're gonna leave him out. God, that looks great. Are you guys? I mean, am I just the only one geeking out over here, or is that just freaking awesome? God, that looks so good. And the fact that they didn't just give you the hand, they actually molded the hand to the faceplate, so you get that real contact to make it look that good. Dude, I am down. That looks so sick. All right, let's move to full cam here. All right, so our next poll is between the oh my gosh, we got 12 votes, and we're at 50-50. What is going on? Somebody's got to break the tie. We got 12 votes in here, and we got 50-50. We got Metacooler at 50% with 6 votes, and we got Super Saiyan 2 Goku exclusive at 6 votes. Who's gonna break the tie? I can't make the choice. We got 13 people in here. We have enough to break this tie. Let's do it. So if you haven't voted yet, make sure you vote in the poll of which one we're going to open next. We've got Super Saiyan 2 Goku exclusive. Comes with the aura and the lightning and all that. And then we've got Metacooler, the shiny boy. So, uh-oh, we just broke the vote. We just broke it. We just broke the tie. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close it. That way we have a winner here. All right, it looks like Metal Cooler won the, I want to see, so if I should pick him up. I want to see, okay, Steve, we'll put it back in the poll. We'll definitely put it back in the poll. So SSJ2 Goku. And then we're going to put Android 16 in there because you wanted to see Android 16 as well. And then, I don't know, 6th figure. There we go. Shipping. There we go. All right, the next poll is up. It's between Super Saiyan 2 Goku, this one, and then I gotta get Android 16 out. Hold on, give me a second here. I gotta get my big box out. This box is large. It is a, what is it? 24 by 16 by 19 inch box, and it is completely full of Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. So, I am not sure where Android 16 is. Oh, here's another one I haven't unboxed. The Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Here's another one I haven't unboxed. The exclusive Majin Vegeta. Guys, we have a ton going on here. There's Bardock. There's Raditz. Super Buu. We've got Raccoon. I think he's a little bit bigger one, so he should be at the top here. We've got Shenron. We've got Big Buu. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this one. I've got the original Broly, which is pretty sick. Here it is. All right. Something came out of something. What does? Hold on, I gotta put these back. All right, and then there is the other one, Android 16 event exclusive. So that's the poll between those two. I want to see Majin Vegeta. I'm contemplating picking on getting that one. I had to get it. I didn't have a Majin Vegeta, so when that one dropped, I had to pick it up. All right, so here is the metal cooler. Looks really, really great. How long have we been streaming for tonight? I haven't even noticed. Is there a timer somewhere? Did anybody tell me how long we've been streaming? All I see is average duration of people. I don't actually see the duration of the stream. Maybe 2 hours? So here's metal cooler. Looks really glossy. My first initial take on this guy, 2 hours. Okay, thank you, Steve. My official take on this one is I don't really care for the sheen. I felt like for $120, he was a little bit bloated. I would have rather wanted a cheaper figure, maybe around $85, and just make him the not real looking metal gloss. Just make him like the cartoon metal, like a gray. I think that would have been, it would have looked better, because I just don't think this guy really fits, in my opinion, when you set it up fighting against Goku or anything. Like he almost disappears. He's so shiny. Like he's cool looking for sure, but he's just so shiny. And I have not even opened this guy. I'm afraid to, because I really just don't want to get fingerprints all over him, but we're gonna do it. I'll just have to buff him later, I guess. I feel like I'm a collector of vintage cars with this shiny of a figure. So this is my first time holding this figure. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of cool. That looks wild. That's kind of trippy. It's like looking into the galaxy, dude. And yes, I have my greasy ass fingers all over him. Okay. But he looks getting good. The more you admire, the better he looks. Surprising he doesn't get too... Really? He doesn't? Not as bad as I thought. Okay, the one thing I will say, though, he feels cheap. Like, he feels very, very light and almost the same plastic making that the Kaioken Goku was. He feels cheap. Like, he doesn't feel like he's got a lot of weight to him. He feels hollow. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if it's loud enough. Like, he just seems very, very hollow and not solid and not a lot of build to him. So he seems, and I'm really worried about like the higher up here. Is like if I pose him like this, is that part gonna chip off? So that's kind of what I'm worried about a little bit when it comes to him. But you can see my face in it. You see the guys waving? That's awesome. He looks really good. I'm actually really, really surprised of how good he looks out of the box. I just don't think it looks very good next to, like, you know, if you put it next to these guys, he just doesn't look right to me. Like, good standalone figure. I bought it because I didn't think we were ever gonna get another metal cooler. That's why I bought him, and I needed him, obviously, because it's Dragon Ball Z, and I needed it, and I can't control myself. But I don't know. Super cool. I don't know who's buying 100 or like 10 of these to make an army of them, though. The oily coating helps to avoid the fingerprints. Oh, okay. Yeah, he is a little slimy. I don't know if that's me or just from my finger, or like from him. Metal Cooler is probably the figure who started the overpriced trade, in my opinion. Still cool figure, though. He looks cool. Yeah. Oops, I just kicked the camera. He does look really neat. And he probably started it, but I know it cost them a lot to make this dipping. That's why I say, like, if they wouldn't have done this realistic metal looking and they did more of like just, you know, grays and stuff, like closer to this everywhere on his bicep, it could have been cheaper and probably a more affordable. But this one, they popped out, which I'm still waiting for the next villain. And I have a question for you guys. I know you keep asking me for all, you know, what my favorite figure is or what I want to have come out. I do have a question for chat here. What is the next Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts that you want that they don't have made in the movie lines? What is the next movie villain or character, doesn't have to be a villain, that you want made in SH Figuarts? I answered that earlier in chat. Somebody asked me, and mine is Lord Slug. They can be backed up considering Kinkle. Yep. We got Adam says Tapion. Brad says Janimba, who's I think is next. Steve says probably Tapion. Okay. I want Lord Slug. I don't know why. Or a Garlic Jr. 2-pack with big, like the black and blue version of him and the small version. I would like a Garlic Jr. My three favorite figures, my three favorites. Wait, hold on. Blue Boy Cinema says Lord Slug or Future Gohan. Now, if they make a Future Gohan where he's missing his arm because he was just leaked in Sparking Zero, I'd lose my mind. I'm right behind you, Josh, on those picks with the one arm, absolutely. But they gotta put the trunks next to him too. They have to. They've got to be like come in tandem. E-Rock said they just wiped him with glass cleaner and cloth. Hey, that's a good idea. Clean him up. Another Z Broly would sell so well. Brad, I would agree. I think there needs to be another Dragon Ball Z Broly out there. I think the problem with the Dragon Ball Z Broly is they're trying to, in my opinion, this is not like, I think they're trying to overwrite the history of that Broly to recreate and retell that story for Super Broly. I think they like Super Broly, and I would have to agree that the characterization is a lot better in it, but I feel like the mystery and all of that is missing from the true unbridled rage that is the very first Z Broly. So I don't think that one will come out. I kind of think they're trying to lightly bury that one. I hope that's not true, but I really do want it. Do the whole Future Trunks line, dude. Well, and they already have 17 and 18, so they could recreate those that they already have. Pop out Trunks and Gohan, and you'd be good. You could do a Bulma if you wanted, but I don't think it'd be necessary. But freaking crazy figure, I haven't opened mine yet. Hey, well here you go. Let's open together. E-Rock, grab yours out, man. Take a look at it together. Bojack Trunks people love too. Just put Super Saiyan Electric arm on 3.0 drop body. Heck yeah, dude. Bojack would be sick. The Bojack Trunks would be sick too. And Bojack would be cool. Android Super 13. I know that's Mars's prediction. That would be a really cool figure. I would love that one. I want both versions. I want the blue version and the crazy trucker hat version. I think that'd be funny. Super Saiyan Goten from Broly's Second Coming, because Goten is never represented in SH Figuarts. Goten is represented in SH Figuarts, and I have him. Wait, not Goten. Gotinks is, not Goten. Yes, you're right. Sorry. Gotinks is, but Goten is not. I would like a small trunk, small Goten. I would like those. Like, they've already made the Dragon Ball version and the Dragon Ball version of Goku and the GT Goku. Just recreate that, put them in the orange gi, call them Goten, give us that. Watch them give us a Bio Broly. Adam, that would be a disaster, but I'd probably buy it. An ascended translucent version of Piccolo when he first fuses with Nail. Dude, they just need to give us a Nail. I would love a Nail. It's so easy. Like, it would be so easy for them to give us a Nail. I really, really wanted a Nail when all the Namek Saga stuff came out, and I still want one, but like, let's get into the Boo Saga. Like, let's start getting other characters from other arcs, but I would love a Nail. That would be kind of a cool, kind of like the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and the Ghost Goku. They could give us that, like a translucent green, like absorbing version of Piccolo, but then actually give us Nail as like a 2-pack. That'd be really cool. Do the figures of when Piccolo and Goku learn to drive. That absolutely will come, Josh. That will come alongside of also when that drops. You will get Badman Vegeta as well, the pink shirt one. Give him fusion hands, LOL. Steve, for sure. Oh, hell. Blue Boy Cinema just became a professional collector. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Enjoy those, the badges. And it looks like you got your 3-star back. You enjoy. Josh just became a member. 24-hour advanced opportunity to videos. You get to watch my videos 24 hours in advance. You get the sweet icons of the Dragon Balls. As the longer you become a member, the more and more you will actually obtain those Dragon Balls. Eventually, you can collect all 7. We don't know what will happen when all 7 are collected. And then also he gets sweet emotes. And it's really, really cool. So thank you so much for supporting the channel, Josh. I really do appreciate it, you being here and supporting the channel. That's really awesome. So Super 17 videos out, Josh. If you want to go watch it, you have access now. And everybody else, normal time, 10 a.m. tomorrow, that video will be out. So new video coming tomorrow. 2 weeks in a row. Are you guys surprised? All right, guys. So taking a look at everything when it comes to articulation. Standard double hinge knee. I really like the hinges. Oh, his foot just fell off. Cool. I'm getting fingerprints on him. I think I'm handling him too much. Let's put his foot back on. His foot just easily popped off. Back to those hinges I didn't like with Frieza, where they're very one directional. I don't really like that. So the ankles are pretty lackluster. I'm sure the wrists are the same way. Double hinged elbows, and his arm just fell off. That was really easy. Okay, he's just falling apart in my hands, guys. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that he's just falling apart in my hands. I'm not even doing anything crazy. So that's going to be knocking some points. I'm not trying to take anything off. Nothing seems too tight. I'm not forcing it. He's just falling apart. Like his head just came off. Like I didn't even do anything. Like dude, that is the, I don't know if you guys can see that. Like this is a $120 figure. Like his head just came off, where it was like the actual fixture inside of his head that's supposed to remain ripped out of his skull. Ooh. This is kind of a bad figure. Or is that supposed to happen? Or is that what it's supposed to look like? Oh no, okay. That is supposed to remain. So I am wrong. That kind of freaked me out. I thought I broke it, guys. Points dropping as we speak. Okay, so that's not a drop point. That's supposed to happen. It just didn't seem like it was supposed to happen. I'm not really, like, other than the visuals, the one thing that points out with this figure, like his tail looks really cool. Let me pull that tail out. His tail looks really cool. It's all the sheen and everything looks really, really great. But the thing I don't like is he feels cheap. He's just falling apart in my hands. The only thing he's got really going for him, in my opinion, is going to be the look from a distance. Don't put your hands on him. I'm gonna have to give this guy, because of all the issues, he's got a lot of accessories. Like he's got his arm after it's ripped off, so you can actually put the different texture on his arm. I'm gonna have to rate this guy. It's pretty low. I'm gonna give him a 6. Like he's not bad, but he's just okay. But I wouldn't consider him good. The price really affects it for me. He's too expensive. So I'm gonna put him in the box before he falls apart in my hands even more. So let's go ahead and go back to full cam here. Ooh, it's getting toasty under these lights, guys. I am wrong, Suka 2024. Hey man, I do not mind telling, like, I'm not a person that will, I'm definitely not a person that is afraid to say when I'm wrong. So I am absolutely wrong. Let your wife know you admitted you are wrong. Oh, dude, I'm wrong to her all the time. She knows this. Oh, Josh dropping those One Piece emotes that he got free. He got with his membership. Those are sick. Steve asks, Sook, what is your Grail Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts? So, to me, a Grail. So, there's a definition here that I feel like I've got to hit on. For me, a Grail is something that's already out, that's hard to get a hold of, and to me, and I would have to say it has to be a little bit more on the expensive side. It can't be something that I'm actively looking for right now. For SH Figuarts Dragon Ball, I guess I would say a grail. I really don't have one. But if I had to choose, I would say probably the original Super Saiyan, like yellow hair Z version of Vegito. That's probably my grail, because I know it's out there and I don't have it. So that's probably what I would do, in my opinion. So, but what's your grail, Steve? If you were collecting, what is your grail? All right, do we have votes on here? We do have votes. We have Super Saiyan 2 and Android 16. Looks like Android or Super Saiyan 2 Goku is going to win the next round. We'll go into that. And then we're going to do a final round after this one. And then I'm going to choose this one. And, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of going off. I'm probably going off the rails here. But I'm going to do a Mafex Cyclops. I've been dying to open this guy and take a look at him. So you guys are going to experience that with me if you want. X-Men 97 has been ripping it. I'm really a big Wolverine fan. I like Wolverine outside of the X-Men, in my opinion. Wolverine's one of my favorite superheroes. I don't really like him in the X-Men. So I would say, even though Wolverine is in the X-Men, Cyclops is my favorite X-Men. So that would be the last round. So we're going to go ahead and end this poll. We can do this more. I mean, I've got, I think, over 70 Dragon Ball Z, SH Figuarts. I've got a bunch of Gundams. I've got a bunch of NECA stuff. If you guys are interested to ever go down the road of TMNT NECA, I can start doing videos on that. Just let me know. Super Saiyan 2 is one of my favorite forms, even though it loses like every fight aside from Gohan vs. Cell. Yeah, that was, but one of the best fights for sure. Gotta go Snook, might be able to catch the end of the stream. Hey, Person Exists, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Even if it was for 2 minutes, I really appreciate you dropping in and saying hi. Mill says, Snook, what else, my boy? Hey, man, we just chilling, brother. We just chilling, man. It's doing good. How are you? How was your evening? We're just opening figures. We're going through all the backlog of stuff that I have in this box that we just haven't touched. So, we're just chilling, vibing on a Friday. So this is what we're gonna open next. As you guys can see, like, look at the dust. Like, I've had this guy so long that the dust on this guy is building up, and I still have, to this day, have not opened him. Steve said probably Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Okay, so with the same character, just a different form of him. That's okay. I'm definitely more on the Super Saiyan yellow form than the blue. I'm not a big blue fan. I do appreciate it, but if I had to choose, it would absolutely be regular Super Saiyan. I mean, I remember recording the episode on VHS coming home from school in the 90s, watching Goku go Super Saiyan for the first time. So, like, that's where my heart is, and that's where it will kind of stay. I will always have a special bond with Super Saiyan Blue. Ascar, we aren't gonna talk about Super Saiyan Blue. Blue is pretty. It is pretty, if nothing else. LO, for real. But it does, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna try to I'm trying not to make a bunch of noise here. I appreciate you guys dropping in and hanging out with me and watching me open plastic and figures and stuff. It's pretty dope with you guys. Like, I really do look forward to every Friday that we stream, and it's awesome that you guys are dropping in, saying hey, because that's the whole point, man. Like, that's what I want these streams to be. Just kind of want to drop in, say what's up, check in with you guys, see how you're doing, and just have an open conversation about what's going on in everybody's lives, what they're excited for, what they're excited to get in when it comes to figures. So, all right, let's go ahead and get the guy out here. Here he is, gentlemen. W quote for Sook. Speaking of Grail, Super Saiyan 2 Goku might be mine. I don't have him, or do I have? I do have it, nor do I have the Diamantlo Fit version. Oh, okay. This guy's cool. I really dig him. Once I saw it coming out, and it was SDCC. This is, I think, the first year, or maybe the second year. This is probably 2021, if I have to if I remember correctly, because in 2020 is the first year that they did SDCC online, and then 2021 I think is this one where they had it going on, but it was the first year that they did like a pre-order later, and you didn't get it until like February. That's this run, because this is after they did Boo, Android 16, and all them. So, but dude, this figure looks great. He's got that weird forehead size. That forehead size is a little bit weird in my opinion, but I think that's what it looks like. And that's where it comes down to. This may not look like every version of Super Saiyan 2 that you have seen. It's probably modeled off of one still. Yeah, I think so. He retailed for like 65 on P-Bandai, but shot up to 120. Yeah, he was expensive. He's expensive. Anything on Premium Bandai, like I said, if you're on the fence, like I'm on the fence on Super Android 17, I will probably more likely pick it up. And then if I decide later, it's just like I won't lose value. I can always use it as a trade bait to obtain maybe that Vegito that I need to pick up a Grail. But yeah, guys, like he looks really good. I like it. I'm not the biggest, like, what is your guys' take on the sheen of the Super Saiyan hair? This applies across the board. It doesn't matter if it's yellow, if it's blue. What is your take when it comes to the hair sheens? This is the metallic sheen. There's like a translucent sheen, and then just the standard flat yellow. What is your guys' take when it comes to the sheen of the hair? In my opinion, I like the flat yellow. I think it looks the best. This kind of looks like a pearl. It looks better on the camera than it does in person. But I like the flat yellow. I think it looks better. I think it fits the character a lot better. It kind of brings me back to, like, again, we talked about it earlier, those Jakks old early 90s figures where they made like the Super Saiyan heads, but then the gold, like the actual straight on gold version of the heads. I've always liked the yellow, and that's honestly, like, I'm not a big fan of this sheen of the hair. I think it would have been better if it was just like a solid, just straight solid yellow. Let's see. I don't like the sheen on the hairs. I prefer the matte with nice shading. Yep, I'm right there with you, Kat. The hair sculpt on the recent Super Saiyan Goku is perfect. I'd have to look at, is that the legendary Super Saiyan one? Because if that's the one you're talking about, absolutely, like that's 100%. I love that Goku. It's probably my favorite Goku. I prefer the fat yellow and the slight shading, and the fact that we got a full power Goku, Awakening Vegeta, and Boy from the Future Trunks, and all three of them have different hair always confused me. Yes, Adam, I completely agree. If I was a better artist and stuff, maybe I would change that and make it better with some shading. But it just drives me nuts when you have all these different versions in the same arc of these characters, but they're all different sheens. It drives me insane. The one with full power Frieza comes with his extra face. Yes, that's the legendary Super Saiyan. Absolutely a banger of a figure. One of the best Gokus and figures out there. So malleable, so be able to articulate everywhere. It's great. Jonathan Animate says, what's up? What's going on, Jonathan? How are you? Thank you for being here and stopping by. How are you? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this figure. We got the double hinge knees. I really like, again, when we talked about earlier, those ankles being able to swivel back and forth, give you a little bit more range to set a footing. I really like that, especially when you go to set down these figures. If it has a little bit of play, it's able to get more of a flat footing to stand. When it doesn't have that play back and forth, it's kind of hard, and you almost are strictly just stuck to do like this. Oh, is that the event exclusive Super Gang 2? I recently got my Diamantlo foot. Yes, this is. Yep, we ran a couple polls. Everybody in the chat for tonight's stream was able to direct the stream of what we unboxed, and this is what they chose. It's really, really cool. So I've never unboxed this. I've owned it since it came out from Premium Bandai from the con. So we're taking a look at it. It's a really cool figure. I'm not a big fan of the this type of orange. I kind of like the orange on Yamcha back there a lot more than this one. I do like how he has the slash in his gi there from fighting Yakon. This is going to be the version that's going to go up against. I think he's up here. Is he up here? Did I put him down? Yeah, this one. Here, let me get this guy out real quick. Yeah, that one right there. So these two guys are designed identical hair sheens because this is right after Yakon's fight and when he turns into Majin Vegeta. This was in 2022. This was in 2021. So these are designed to fight up against each other. So these are going to be, in my opinion, going to be a separate off on their own thing, doing their own thing. But really cool figure. I like the aura. I think the aura looks really good. I have heard horror stories and I have not messed with it, and I probably won't do it in this. The electric going in, I've heard this is very, very, very easy to break, and we are not going to attempt fate tonight. Not till I go get my everything, like we go to set everything up in my display cases when that happens. Yes, I'm not one of the bootlegs. I'm not one of the bootlegs too much, but you know, at least has Matt Hello. Yeah, I mean, that is a big thing too. Like the matte hair on the DF one, really, really nice. Same backdrop too. Yes, exact same reprinted backdrop. So they just made a bulk of two of them. Do you have any, Jonathan? I do not. I actually do not have any third-party DF figures. I've heard really good things about some of them. Though I do have like an accessory kit for it was before the Cell Saga version of Tien with Tien and Chaozu came out. When I had the OG one from the Saiyan Saga, I was able to get like the top gi that you could like split them in half and put that on there. But I do not have any DFs at all. Majin Vegeta is one of my favorite figures. He looks so cool. I haven't opened that one either, Steve. That will have to be in another stream for sure. It's like a third-party SH Figuarts or something. Yeah, I've definitely heard of them. I just never have bought from them. I know a lot of people love them, and also Tozen, I've heard, is a really good third-party that people love from them too. I recently scored a Kaioken Goku at Target. I was so excited. Amazing figure. We actually just opened that one up today. We just opened that one up. The matte version, the matted coloring, Jonathan, of Goku. Yeah, we opened that one up. We took a look at it. I felt like it definitely felt a little cheaper and when it comes to material. So, all right, getting back to the figure here, guys. I don't really like the color. I think the color could have been a little bit better. It's almost like a muted pumpkin orange to me. And I don't really like that. I don't really like the hair sheen, but it's other than that, like it is Super Saiyan 2. It looks great. It does aesthetically match the Majin Vegeta, which I was really happy about. So, maybe in 2021, 3 years ago when this figure came out, it was probably the best Goku you could get until Legendary Goku came out. Legendary Goku, it just trumped all Gokus that have come before and maybe even after. That's such a good figure, but I do like this one quite a bit. So we get 4 electric doodaddies in the box as well. We get 3 other faceplates. So this one is going to be his straight-laced serious face. Pretty standard what we get. We get a mad grimacing face. Looks really good. We get, what is this one? This is a smirk like he's cocky. And the last thing we get is a screaming face. This is probably the one I will have him in. I'll probably have him in this one, Majin Vegeta in the screaming face, and then just staring at each other, screaming. Because if we all remember the 1990s and watching Dragon Ball Z, there was a lot of standing around and a lot of screaming. So I want to take these 2 figures and create that homage. Then outside of that, we've got a lot of assortment of hands. We've got the fists, we got the blaster hands, the fighting hands, it was the Kamehameha hands. Pretty standard when it comes to hands. Nothing exciting. I don't think anything worth showing you guys because you probably have seen them. And then the instant transmission hands. But love this figure. Such a good figure. I would definitely probably give this an 8. No, probably a 9. I'd probably give this a 9. I really like this Goku. I think it's a really good Goku. It just can't get that top spot because that legendary Goku is just so damn good. So let's go ahead and set this one to the side. Let's put the, I just put the clamp on real quick. I won't worry about putting them all away. I just don't want to lose any hands or fists. So everything that we've unboxed tonight, what is your winner? So we've unboxed Mecha Frieza, Kaioken Goku, Yamcha Metal Cooler, Android 20, and the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. You guys actually have driven this stream tonight, so you decided everything that we're gonna unbox. So what was your favorite? I would have to say right here, I'm gonna show you one more at a time. They're still standing up. I don't think either one of these have won the show by themselves, but together in that pose right there is what wins it for me. Really, really love that pose. So that's my winner, is the Android 20 and Yamcha 2-pack combining. That's my winner. Let's jump up here real quick. Oh gosh. I missed some chat, guys. You guys are talking up here and I totally missed it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hop off Snug. See you either on Discord or on a stream. Bye. Thanks, Steve. Sorry I missed your goodbye, but thank you so much for being here, buddy. I hope to talk to you soon on the Discord. That'd be awesome. Cass, I'm excited to see the new Tozen first full figure OB. They only have done head sculpts and accessories so far. Yeah, but Cat, they've been killing it. Like, Tozen is doing really, really awesome. I'm still new to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line, so I don't have many figures, but I want to make a Frieza Saga display soon. Oh, awesome. So, Jonathan, just to let you know, when it comes to SH Figuarts and the Frieza Saga, that you are in luck, buddy. Like, that is what they have done the most. They've done all of the Ginyu Force, so if you're lucky or have the funds to go out and try to find those third party, like all of them. Captain Ginyu, Raccoon, the whole... I'm gonna put this camera away. They have the whole slew of them. So Frieza Saga you're good in. Upcoming, if you want to look, they're probably closed already, but on Premium Bandai, they're gonna have the Vegeta Namek Saga version and Kui, the purple guy that he kills when he first arrives on Namek. So Jonathan, you have a lot of Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. You've got full powered Frieza coming out, the legendary Goku's in general release. There's tons of stuff. I definitely have pre-order breakdowns on all of those figures on my channel if you haven't seen them already. So it tells you everything you need to know, everything it comes with, how much he is, how to get him, all of that kind of stuff. So suddenly I don't have money. Jonathan, I definitely understand that. And some of those Ginyu Forces can be expensive. Burger is probably upwards of $300 right now. Steve said, I like Yamcha. Yeah, Yamcha was good. Yamcha looked good. Yamcha was a solid figure, like articulation-wise and being able to move him around very, very easily. Really did like that one quite a bit. Mecha Frieza felt the most unique. Absolutely, that one was a killer. Timothy, what's going on, buddy? Thank you so much for being here. Timothy said the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. That was I think that was my highest rated figure. I gave it a 9. Close right behind that was Mecha Frieza, which is 8.5. And the dropping those emotes. Steve said Jonathan still I still pre-ordered him. Awesome. Get it. Jonathan, yeah, I'll have to have a superhero Vegeta. Yeah, all I have is superhero Vegeta, Goku, Kaioken Goku, Armored Trunks, and Dragon Star Super Buu. Awesome. Yeah, but you're in luck. Like Tamashi absolutely loves the Frieza Saga alongside of you, so you're gonna have a lot of options. Probably going forward. Still, I expect a lot more coming out from the Namek Frieza Saga, but they also have tons of figures. They have 2 different sets of the Dragon Balls through the Namekian balls. You've got the standard translucent looking ones, and then you have the glowing. So there's 14 figures that each come with a Dragon Ball. So you can have 2 sets of Dragon Balls. That got a little crazy to keep track of which ones I needed, and they were all premium Bandai except for like 3 of them. So yeah, I might have to get the Ginyu Force figures, maybe only Captain Ginyu, but only want to focus on the main characters. Yeah, Captain Ginyu is a general release. He's the easiest one to get a hold of. Every person, everybody else in the Ginyu Force is premium Bandai, so they're gonna be more expensive. The Yamcha neck was too long, but he does pair well with the Android 20. Yeah, that looks sick. Timothy, I would agree. The neck was a little too long. It wasn't egregious. I didn't think once you put him in this pose with Android 20, Dr. Giro, I think maybe it's just me. Maybe I just like forget it and just like completely just do not pay attention to it. But yeah, absolutely. I love that figure. I think it's great. It could be better. I think with everyone, there are little nitpicks here and there, but it's still overall a really, really good figure. So I definitely want to do some shout outs before we jump off of here. I appreciate everybody that joined the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, it's free to join. Jump in there. We talk with communities, collect what you like. You know, collect together. If you're looking for something like today, earlier this morning at 8 a.m., I dropped all the links for NECA figures for the Haulathon. So there's not just SH Figuarts on there, but there's a big bulk of us on the Discord that's all about SH Figuarts and mainly Dragon Ball. So you can look, if you're new to collecting or anything, you can jump into there and communicate. It's really cool. It's just bring your positive attitude. I do not allow trolls or anybody being hateful on that Discord, so there's that opportunity as well. Big shout out to Josh at Blue Boy Cinema. If you guys like zombie movies, head over to his channel. He makes awesome freaking movies. Thank you so much, buddy, for being a member. Thank you so much for Rodney for being a member. Guys, just remind you, if you want to be a member, $4.99 a month, support the channel, get 24 access, you get the emotes, and you get the badges as well. That's something you could do. And then also E-Rock, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. It really does help. I really appreciate you supporting me day in and day out. It really does mean a lot. And a reminder, guys, right here on the channel, new video tomorrow. So jump out there, get ready for that. That video is 10 a.m. tomorrow, talking about Super Android 17. And we kind of went over a little bit at the beginning of the stream, but these are my full first impression thoughts. So jump over there, watch that tomorrow. Let me know what you think by hitting the like on that. Also put a like on this stream if you enjoyed or you had a good time or learned something or just enjoyed chatting with everybody here. I didn't notice as much unless it's dead. You didn't notice it as much unless you're looking dead on. Awesome stream, bud. Oh, I'll drop a sub. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for the sub and the support. I really appreciate it. Do you collect Marvel Legends or Mafex? Got my first one, buddy. Jonathan, right here. Got Cyclops. We were going to unbox it today, but we went a little longer than expected. But maybe we'll get into doing some videos about some Mafex. I've also got the Gambit pre-ordered at Big Bad Toy Store. But guys, again, shout out to the members. Thank you so much. Video tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like. Do all the subs. Do all the things you need to do. And thank you so much. And we'll see you in 2 weeks live and then in the videos. Bye.